I sure could. I sure could. Yes. Yeah. I mean, honestly, what man wouldn't want that? You know what I'm saying? Like fantasy wise, you know what I'm saying? You think about that. Ultimately, it's I don't know. You go back and forth with the shit, but I mean, if my woman wanted to do so, it would have to be one of those things where, you know, if I were in a relationship or if I was, let's say, married or something like that, and she was like, babe, I find her attractive. I know you find women attractive, so is that something that you would be interested in? And I would, you know, I would tell her, like, well, just look at it, yeah, you know, she looked good, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's something, you know, willing to do that with, and that ain't for everybody, you know what I'm saying? And it definitely it means being secure within yourself. One, as a man. Two, as in a marriage, you know what I'm saying? As far as like figuring out, you know, how secure you are within your relationship, that you would be willing to go there with something. Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of people have different values, belief systems, and all that other shit. But we also know how we like to feel, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where, if it were offered, I would think, I mean, I definitely would consider, depending on the individual that is being involved with that. So, to answer the question, yeah, I'd be interested. I'd definitely be interested. Deal breakers in a relationship. I guess the deal breaker in a relationship, I'm just saying, masculine women. Yeah, I wouldn't do that shit. And the reason why I say this, ladies and fellas can agree with this, is that a masculine woman wants to play your position. She wants to be the guy in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And you can feel how you want to feel as far as like gender roles and all that other shit. But women in relationships know when they've been in a relationship with a guy who doesn't really take part in leadership and you know, roughly beta males. You know what I'm saying? And I myself have played my role in being beta in certain relationships with certain type of women, and it's been unknowing. You know what I'm saying? It's not knowing that this was beta. You know what I mean? So you know, what I'm trying to talk about in deal breakers is, masculine women. That's a deal breaker. People who you know, let's see, you tear down others. Let's see what else. I wouldn't talk to a woman battling alcoholism. You know what I'm saying? Just from personal experiences with that. What else? Compulsive liars. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody that feels the need to hide shit. You know what I mean? And like, again, this is just, you know, dating through experience, both doing some, if not all of these things, and then also like experiencing it happen on the other end. You know what I'm saying? Like the level of hiding shit. Yeah, that's something I want a relationship. I feel like a relationship should be built on trust. You know what I'm saying? So that, I mean, that's what I would feel like is, just like I said, deal breakers. You know what I'm saying? If you have a tendency to like to hide shit, you know what I mean? That's one thing that would be considered like a definite deal breaker for me. Not accepting the fact that I am a father, you know, that I have a daughter. You know, that I have a daughter. I mean, it's different now. I mean, she's much older, but there was a time in my life where women did not accept the fact that I had a child. So that's definitely something that you know, I would consider a deal breaker, because that's my inspiration. That's my whole reason for for going as hard as I do, is trying to provide for her future. You know what I'm saying? And what she can carry on once I'm dead and gone. Um, ignorance, yeah. Knowing that you're toxic and not wanting to do anything about it, that's a deal breaker. Closed-minded and a closed-minded individual. You know, be willing to grow. I would prefer. I wouldn't date someone with a fixed mindset when it comes to dating. Really, with a fixed mindset when it comes to life, I would have to date somebody that's got like a growth mindset, that's willing like to learn each other. I want somebody to be themselves, and that's pretty much it. And like I say, accept me for me. Like of course, I got flaws, but see that I'm trying to grow as a man, and boyfriend, whatever, husband, whatever case may be. Trying to grow as that, and then let's roughly go from there, because you're not going to change anybody. Let's get that clear. And I know a lot of women like to change men, or at least they think they can. But what you see is what you get, and that is even with the woman. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's changing unless they want to. And what's very funny is like a lot of women don't tend not to care to date like good men per se. Of course, they dealt with like a certain type of experience themselves, but they don't like to date say the good guys and nice guys, whatever that shit is, because you're not able to change a good man. You know what I mean? And some women like to change. They really feel like they can change a guy. They like to challenge. You know what I'm saying? They step up to that challenge. And there's no challenge if a guy is doing most of the things right. So, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing to keep in mind. But deal breakers, masculine women, toxicity and not wanting to work at it. Let's see. Insecurities are okay. That's from a woman's standpoint. I don't necessarily. Again, guys, we got to work a little bit harder on our situation, because we're being taught to lead. But yeah, fuck it. I'll end it with that. Does true love exist? I like to believe so. I would like to believe that true love exists. I guess the next question would be are we willing to work towards that? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we willing to put aside our own selfish ambitions, our ideologies, our visions of who a person is, instead of taking them for who they are? I guess that's probably the question that would coincide with the idea of true love. I believe that true love is loving a person just for who they are, and a lot of us aren't willing to do that, myself included. Just looking back, because we don't love who we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to love yourself. How you treat yourself is how you'll be with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, how some people feel like, oh, she fake, or he, you know, or he's not real, or, you know what I'm saying? Bullshit ass terms like being real and all that shit, or whatever. Like, people make mistakes. A lot of people just don't love themselves. You know what I mean? So, like, if I don't love myself, how the fuck could I love you properly? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things where you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to learn to love yourself. No amount. I mean, yeah, you can find it. I mean, some find it through religion, how to love yourself. Some people just find it through meditation. Meditation is really good, but there are a lot of people that go to church and still don't love themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it saddens me that it's like that. And again, you know what I'm saying? And what God preaches is that God is love. You know what I mean? So how can you go to, how do you go to church, you know what I'm saying, and spew out hate when you leave it, and consider that love when God is love? So true love. I mean, again, and love does not love doesn't judge. It takes you as you are. It's almost like the love that a parent should have for their child. You know, to the point, no matter what they do, you love them unconditionally. That's what love. That's what I firmly believe that love is. And I think a lot of us are still trying to figure this shit out. As far as what love is, what it means to love somebody, or if we're just in pain and we just want that. You know, a lot of people are just in pain and want that comfort, so they tend to say they love someone. You know what I mean? Because it makes them feel better, because they want to hear it in return, not so much because they love that individual. Because if I say I love you and you don't say it back, and I get upset, then I don't love you, because my love for you has nothing to do with your love for me. You know what I mean? Like, there are some people that you just, I don't know, you just have a love for them. You know what I'm saying? You just love them. And there's some people that you say you love that you really don't love. You know what I mean? So, does true love exist? To get back to the origin of this topic, I do believe that true love exists, but I also believe that you have to be educated on what that is, and you have to want to put forth the effort into making that happen.